Hey, today I'm going to be making freezer balls. It's a really simple, no-bake dessert, and all you'll need are 5 ingredients. Here's what you'll need. This is 2½ cups of graham cracker crumbs, and graham cracker crumbs can be found in the baking aisle at the grocery store. And if you can't find them, because I've found that not every grocery store seems to carry them, you could just get regular honey graham crackers and blend them in a food processor until they're crumbs like this. This is 7½ teaspoons of peanut butter. You'll need 12 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. This is a 14-ounce can, so I won't be using the whole thing. You'll need 12 ounces of chocolate chips. These are semi-sweet. And the last ingredient is coconut flakes, and this is optional. After we combine all of the other ingredients, you can roll the freezer balls in the coconut if you would like. I'm just going to combine all 4 of these ingredients into a bowl, and we'll mix them all together after we have them all in. And now I'll just open this can of sweetened condensed milk and pour in the 12 ounces. I'm not pouring all of it, just leaving a little bit left. And a little more. And now that all of this is in the bowl, I'm just going to mix this up with a spatula until it's all combined. This is what the mix looks like now that it's all mixed up. And as you're going, it gets a little harder to use the spatula, so I would recommend using your hands to really get everything mixed together. And obviously wash your hands first, and this is what it looks like. Now it's time to form the mix into balls, and I have a small cookie scoop here. So since it's small, I'm just going to take 2 scoops, and make sure you have clean hands for this. And I'm just going to take it and roll it into a ball and just set it down on the plate. So I just tried to make them all about the same size. So you just take your mix, roll it into a ball, and just set it down. And I will repeat this for the rest of the mix. I rolled up all of the freezer balls, and it made 42 of them, and obviously depending on what size you make them will depend on how many you get out of the mix. So now you can leave it just like this and put it in the freezer, and that's it. Or if you want coconut on yours, you can take a freezer ball and put it right in the coconut, and as you'll see, it's not sticking if I just move it around like this, but if you take it and you press into it with the coconut, just like that, and put it down, and you freeze it like that, the coconut will freeze on there and it will be there when you go to eat it. So you just press it on however much you'd like, and that's it. And you can see there's more on this one than this one, so however much you would like. And when you're all done, you can wrap this in foil, the plate, and to save room in your freezer, I would recommend putting a layer of foil on top of this and then stacking the next set of balls on top of the foil and then cover that in foil as well. And when you freeze them, try not to have them touching just so that they're easier to pull off the plate and not stuck together after they're frozen. Here you can see I put foil over the first layer and then I just stacked these all on top, and I chose not to put coconut on any of these, and I'm just going to put foil over these now. They're all covered up and it's time to put them in the freezer, and I usually freeze them overnight, but they would probably be ready in 6 hours or so. You just want them to be frozen. It's been a few hours and I just took the freezer balls out of the freezer, and they look pretty much the same as when we put them in, but they are frozen now. So that's it, they're ready to eat. And you can either eat them straight out of the freezer when they're really hard, or you can let them soften for a couple of minutes before having them. And now that they're frozen and won't stick together, you can keep them in a bag in your freezer to help save space. So I hope that you enjoyed this recipe and you give it a try, and thanks for watching. Bye!